Good morning, everyone. It's Deanne here again for, I think this is our fourth instalment of our Family Goose teaser. Yeah, I think it's number 4. So welcome back again. I hope that you're getting something out of the videos I've been posting. Do have a few people asking me about if groups are happening. Unfortunately, with current restrictions, they can't. But as soon as that is a possibility, we will start the planning on when that might happen again, but I'm thinking it may not be this year. So I hope you can enjoy these in the interim, and I am still available to be contacted at work. But let's jump into it. So welcome back. We are going to do our little welcome and with a hello song. I acknowledge that I am coming from Jar Jar Wurrung country today, my little room and my little house and my little bit of land that I take care of. And we are just going to do a hello song called Gilly 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 Good Morning. It's just a bit of fun. It is a bit of a tongue twister. So if you're joining us and you have older children, they might like to learn this. But if you have younger children, it's really good for the sounds of G and in terms of them hearing it and then over time them learning it. So it goes like this. Let's see if I can remember. Gilly, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning. Gilly, 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 good morning to you. Meeny Mac, Meeny Mac, Meeny, Meeny, Meeny Mac, Meeny Mac, Meeny Mac, Meeny morning. Meeny Mac, Meeny Mac, Meeny, Meeny, Meeny Mac, Meeny Mac, Meeny Mac, Meeny morning. Gilly, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning. Gilly, 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 good morning to you. There you go. There's a bit of a fun one. That's a fairly new one. We haven't done that in our groups yet, but I have introduced it to people that are coming along to my groups online. So that is Gilly, 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 good morning. Now I'm going to jump straight into some songs today, try and talk a little bit less and give you a little bit more fun. We are going to do an oldie but a goodie called Little Fish. And Little Fish is a great song for learning colours, a great song with movement, a great song for counting. So it's really good across the 0 right through to 5. Usually when we're in the group, we'll get some of the older children to help us by picking a colour, and we will sing that colour. We usually get 3 colours. We usually sing it 3 times. So I might do that for you today. We'll sing it 3 times and we'll count from 1 to 3, and we might do 3 colours. We might do red, green and blue. And it's just, a lovely little song, and the kids like watching the movement, but they also like doing the movement. So it goes like this. It goes, one little red fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. One little red fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 bubble. 2 little green fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. 2 little green fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 bubble. 3 little blue fish swimming in the water, swimming in the water, swimming in the water. 3 little blue fish swimming in the water, bubble, 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 pop. There you go. That's our little fish song. Like I said, great for counting, movement and colours. And that song, what was I going to say about that song? I can't remember now. But that song is just a really great little movement one. And if you've got a very, very young one, they will just love the rhythm and the tracking of the hands. And now I do remember what I was going to say. With the clapping, you will know your child best. So if you've got a child that easily startles, you can just do that quietly and softly, or you can actually just get rid of it altogether, and you can just do bubble, 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 pop, like that. So, and then you've got other kids that just really love it and they love to crash their hands and make a very big pop. So just adapt it to whatever works well for the child you've got. But if you've got a young child and they do startle when you do the pop, probably worth just bringing it back a little bit. So there you go. There's our little fish song. I want to keep going because I want to do another 2 songs and a story today. So the song that I'm going to do I mentioned last time, and it's a bit of a nonsense song, but it's done around the world, and it's called Rum Sum Sum. And I'm going to teach you this because we do actually lots of different songs that use this rhythm. So I thought if I introduce you to this and one of the versions that we do, then it will be a good platform for when I introduce other different versions of this song that either we've made up or that other people have made up using this rhythm. So this is a nonsense word song. Some people say it a little bit differently. So if you already know it and you do it in a different way, just go with it. And I will do the actions to this. Obviously, if you've just got a littly and you just want to do it nice and quietly and just do it for a rhythm, they will just enjoy the songs and the sounds and the rhythm. But if you've got older kids, getting them to do the rhythms, getting them to do the actions with you can be lots of fun. And as we get better and better at it in the group, we often make it more and more complicated. So I'll just do the basic version with you today, and it goes like this. Rum sum sum, rum sum sum, hooly 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 rum sum sum, rum sum sum, rum sum sum, hooly 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 rum sum sum, a Raffy, hooly 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 rum sum sum, a Raffy, hooly 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 rum sum sum. There you go, that's the rum sum sum song. And we normally do that sitting on the ground, and when we do a Rafi, we usually lift our hands up in the air and then smack them down on the ground, make a bit of a percussion sound on the ground. You can do that one really slow, so particularly when kids that are wanting to do the actions and the gestures want to learn, you can really slow it down and just do rum, sum, sum. And we often play with that song in the group once the children are familiar with it. We will sometimes do it really fast or really slow or really quietly or really loud. And it just gives you the opportunity to add in some doing words and to teach your children through that. So that is a song we use a lot, and I don't think I've ever had any children that aren't interested in participating in that song when they can. So to that rhythm, a rum sum sum, we have made up a version that we made up as a nappy changing song. But of course you can use it however you want. In this song, we call it the raspberry song. So there is a tickle, and then there is a raspberry that we encourage people to blow, a raspberry on the belly like that. So, I'm assuming if they're getting the nappy change, they're laying down, and it gives you some ability to just go down and give them a raspberry. Again, some children love to be tickled. Some children like it sometimes, not others, and then some children don't like it at all. So just adjust it as you need to for your child. So if they don't like a tickle, maybe just do a little tickle on their hands, or get them to do a little tickle on you, or just pretend to do the tickle. Like I said, you know best. So just adjust it based on what your child does and doesn't like. And the raspberry is the same. Not common, but some children don't like it at all. Some kids will sort of withdraw at first, but then they sort of learn to enjoy getting the raspberry on their tummy. So again, if they don't like a raspberry on their tummy, even when you've given it a few goes, just do it with your mouth, just a raspberry. Of course, it's okay between families, but I'm sure we're not all going to walk around the street blowing raspberries, especially at the moment. So it goes like this, and we slow it down a bit so you can get all the actions in and make it a bit more soothing. So it goes like this. A tummy rub, a tummy rub, tiny little tickle and a tummy rub, a tummy rub, a tummy rub, a tiny little tickle and a tummy rub, a raspberry, a raspberry, a tiny little tickle and a tummy rub, a raspberry, a raspberry, tiny little tickle and a tummy rub. There you go. That's our tummy rub version of Rom Sum Sum, or a raspberry version. And that song, like I said, we made it up as a nappy changing song, but children across the whole age range of the groups that we run from 0 to 5 really get some enjoyment out of that. And often when we do that song and say we're about to do it, lots of kids will lay down on the ground and lift their tummies up ready for whoever it is that's with them to do the raspberries. And then we also have other times where families have come along with younger babies and the older sibling has learnt to do that on them, and it's just a great song to teach appropriate touch, so like being more gentle or backing off a bit, or so it's a great way to teach older children how to safely interact with a newborn or a baby, obviously while you're watching them. So that is the tummy rub song. Now, the last and final, like I said, we're just speeding through some songs today rather than lots and lots of talk. The one we're going to do today is called A Dark, Dark Forest. And we have done this song for a very long time. And I remember this song from when I was a little girl. It just spontaneously came to me one day when I was in the car travelling to run a group. And I did it for the group. And when I first started this song, lots of people thought it was going to possibly scare the children because there's lots of repetition and low voices, and we do lots of dark, dark. The one thing I will say is when we get to the end of the story, we have something in a box. And in that box, we never put anything scary. So the story, is about repetition, and it's almost meditative. And I have heard of parents that have used this when a child hasn't been able to calm down. It's just repetition and familiarity, and it can bring a calmness. So I encourage you to use this story and not put anything scary in it, so it doesn't become a scary story, but it becomes like a repetitive, meditative story. Okay, now I am going to do the symbols that we do in the group for the older kids to learn to actually tell the stories with their body. But if I just had a little one with me, I probably would just tell the story and use the rhythm and the sounds, particularly if I was nursing. So here we go. In a dark, dark forest, there is a dark, dark road. And on the dark, dark road, there's a dark, dark house. And in the dark, dark house, there's a dark, dark stairs. And up the dark, dark stairs, there is a dark, dark room. And in the dark, dark room, there is a dark, dark corner. And in the dark, dark corner, there is a dark, dark rug. And on the dark, dark rug, there is a dark, dark box. And in the dark, dark box, there is a emu. There you go. There's an emu in our box today. An emu. So that's our dark, dark forest story. And often when I am in the group, I will say I'm about to tell this story, and I will say that I'm going to have a look what is in my box. And different people have different things that they love to put in the box, and I often will get someone in the group to have a think about it, usually an adult, and they help me create the story. You don't have to do it in the order I did, you know, if you get it mixed up, but it's just the repetition in the story and taking them on a journey and then having something that is a bit of a surprise waiting in the box. I know a parent that's used it and had a motorbike in the box because that's what their little boy likes. Sometimes children have put amazing things like fairy floss and rainbows or whatever it is you want to put in there, that's fine. I normally put some type of animal in the box because I love animals and that comes easily to my brain. But yeah, give it a try. We're the ones that normally associate the scary with the dark, and most children don't. Um, but again, just, you know, don't make it into something scary with your face or what you put in the box. It's just that repetition and that calmness that can be really great and also really soothing. So they are our Family Goose teaser activities for the day. I hope you've gotten something out of it, or maybe something new and that you might enjoy trying out with your child or children. And I will see you back next Thursday for the next instalment of Family Goose Teasers. Bye. Kanga says bye too. See ya.